Hello and welcome to Living with Aspergers. This is Katya and this is week 4. Well, kind of the 4th episode because week 4 was last week. I didn't do one last week because I was rather busy, so I do apologise for that. It was like one of those weeks that just ran. Anyway, so this week I wanted to focus a bit on another couple of misconceptions. The first being about believing that people with Asperger's are really cold and isolated, and they don't want to be, they don't want to give any love or attention or being touched or anything like that. Once again, I will keep saying this all the time, but we are all different. Neurotypical individuals are all different, so therefore people on the spectrum are all different as well. And I'm sure people with, Down syndrome will be all different, and people with any other, like ADHD, they will all be different as well. So you have to take the person by what it is and ask them specifically what makes them tick. When it comes to being touched or being social, it doesn't mean that people are cold, but it just means that sometimes Asperger's people like to have their own space. Because they're comfortable and they don't like to have people interfering and being too close to them. It's already hard to kind of filter out all the information that we're receiving without having someone so close asking us questions or talking to us, and you can feel them even more, their intensity becomes quite heightened when they're really, really close to you. So I suppose it would go without saying that, like a lot of people with Asperger's, they love having cuddles and they love having hugs, but it's always on their own terms. Me personally, whenever I meet somebody, everybody thinks that I'm really social and really, like bubbly and whatever, but it's always me who initiates it. So I will either hold my hand out, or I will hug, or I will give 2 kisses, because that's the way they do it in Portugal. And also, I think they do it in England as well, a lot. Anyway, but I give the first step. And so I have the control, so I can go in, do whatever I need to do, hug, whatever, and then I revert to my space where it's safe. Obviously, when someone actually jumps and just kind of tries to hug me from behind or something, or just that kind of gets me startled, even though I am a quite, huggy, friendly sort of person. And again, when my stress increases, I find that I don't really want anybody being around me in my space, and I don't want anybody coming near me or touching me or, consoling me, because just having someone touching me makes me even more hyped up, and that's why. So, we tend to find people with Asperger's being more on the isolated way. But it does not mean that we are not able to love or give hugs or be social. We're all capable of doing that, I think. It's how we actually translate it and how we give it. So that's that one. And the second one I wanted to talk about, which is, I kind of got it a couple of times, not last week, the week before, which was about people with Asperger's are not really creative or imaginative. They're really black and white, and they're really boring, and they can be very intelligent, but they only like maths and stuff like that. That's not true. You know what I mean? I think since I've been working in acting and in the arts, I found more individuals that could be within the spectrum, the autistic spectrum, than I would find in any other area that I've worked in. And believe me, I've worked in many different areas. I do think that individuals with Asperger's do seek solace a lot in the arts, not only because it provides them with their own individuality, and also provides them with the ability to be themselves without having somebody criticizing them for not being the same as somebody else. In fact, I have my own way of dressing, of interacting, of, I don't know, the things I particularly choose to wear, and they in sort of in a normal kind of job, they can be unusual, but in the arts are very, oh yeah, she's just being herself, just an individual. So that's why you find a lot of people tend to go into the creative sort of side of things. So no, that's it. You know, you won't get me saying that Asperger's people are A, not creative, B, not social, or they don't like giving love. Okay, I hope that was a good one, and have a lovely week. Remember, enjoy your special power, celebrate it, and be proud of your double jam. Okay, jamtastic. Have a good week. Bye.